So what Stacey's going to share about CMAs, this is not how to do an appraisal. This is not about comparing two houses and one that has a fireplace and how much is that worth more than this one. And this guy has a triple car garage, everything else is the same, but he's got a double car garage. We don't get involved in that. You can go to some of those classes where they kind of teach you how to
appraisal style adjustments.
That's never worked for me in my business or our business. The way we've always done it is
through a ranking system. One of the things that we like to do the best, or one of the things that we enjoy doing the most, is going out and looking at homes. That's half the reason why we got into business. We like people and we like houses. And if we don't like either of those, we're in the wrong industry. So you got to get out and you got to get inside these properties and not just sit in front of your computer and look at photos and read realtor remarks, because it's not going to tell you the whole picture. So we're in a market now where this strategy works better than ever, because listings were hitting the market and coming off the market so much or so quickly in the past couple of years. Oftentimes you couldn't even get in these homes before they were sold. So now we have active listings that are sitting on the market for anywhere from 3 days to 6 weeks, and you can start previewing properties when you're putting together CMAs. So whether you're doing a practice CMA or a CMA on your own home or a CMA for an upcoming client, go out and physically look at the active properties in that neighborhood. Pretend you're a buyer. Walk through, write down the things that you think are assets to the home, things that you think are liabilities to the home. And then you want to rank those properties in order of desirability or how quickly you think they'll sell. So house A is priced at $550. House B is priced at $575. House C is priced at $535. I want you ranking the order based upon the amenities, the upgrades, and the price and the location. Which home do you think is going to go first and why? Because that's going to help you with strategizing on your pricing of your listing, because you're going to fit it in. Your home is as nice as home A, but doesn't have the 3-car garage that home B has, and it doesn't back to open space like home C. So you're above home A, but below B and C. I recommend you price your home between $550 and $535. Completely different strategy than you have a 3-car garage, they have a fireplace, they back to open space. They get a $50,000 credit for this, they get a $10,000 reduction for that, and you're working with people going, I can't follow your math, but I follow that. My home's not quite to the standard of this house, but it's better than this house. Does that explain the ranking system?
It's comparison. Same thing.
Yeah. How do people shop and buy?
Yeah.
That's all this is about.
I call it the eye test.
Yes.
Like, which is better, A or B?
A or B.
Yeah. If you had $600,000 in your pocket today, what house would you go buy? And why? And then how does this new one rank
Among those.
among those? Eileen.
So you're actually comparing to the actives and not the solds and pendings.
Yes, so you're comparing to the actives because you're hitting the market with the actives. So that's going to be your competition. But of course you have to evaluate where the pendings and the solds are. And calling those listing agents that have pendings to find out, did you have multiple offers? How many days do you know you got a contract? They may not tell you what the actual sales price is going to be because it hasn't closed, but you can gather a lot of data. And then you can take your sold and you can look at the photos and review the remarks and try and figure out how much is the market going up or down or flattening and stabilizing to figure out how you're strategizing against those solds. But you're hitting the market against those actives, so you have to be priced very competitive against them.
And if those actives days on market are 2 months and they're still not sold, then ranking may not be feasible. You'll come on the market in between them, but if they're not selling, you're not selling.
Who's going to be the first to sell?
Right.
That's what you want to strategize on.
Okay.
We can price at the same price as these homes that have been on the market for 2 months, but who's going to be the first to sell? Maybe we want to be just a little bit lower. Maybe we have more desirable features. So being at their same price, we're the better house.
So that's where the pending and solds help with the trend. So we need to know what the trend is. Are we going up or are we going down? Or are we flat? Then it'll help you know ABC, who wants to go first, in a crazy hot market, then I need to be up here because we're going to be moving that direction. But in a slowing market, I definitely want to sell before this guy sells because he's going to set the next what price, not the next high price, the next low price. Right now, we're kind of in some are going up, some are going down, and this is really geographic specific right now, the market. The hot areas are still hot. A lot of areas are simmering, coming down a little bit. So you got to be careful. But
I think, we didn't really have to do this a year ago. It was throw a price tag on it and the market's going to set the price with the 10 offers and a 1 point whatever million over list. Now we're actually having to price properties appropriately and figure out how do we rank them based upon the market shifting. Because we can't base our comps on last April, May, June.
Right.
So what tools do you use? How do you use RPR and the MLS to help find the range before you slot it in?
So what I do is I use 3 different websites. I first go to Realist Tax, which is in your RE Colorado portal, pull up the property address, and under the property details tab, you find the estimated value and a real AMV, or AVM, excuse me. And so it'll tell you basically what the home is supposed to be valued at, and then it gives you a range. I then go into RPR, which is something that all of you have as realtors, Realtor Property Resource. It comes with your realtor membership. Plug in the same property address, and it gives me an RVM, as well as an estimated range. The final place I go is Zillow, because your clients are gonna do it, you might as well know what it says. And it gives me my Zestimate. I then look at all of these numbers to see is there kind of a commonality. Our low end here is 906. Our RVM on RPR is 899, and Zillow's giving me a Zestimate between 898 and 992. I can kind of see 900,000-ish might be that sweet spot for this home, depending on the upgrades, obviously, and it could go up into the higher nines. So that gives me